It's Captain Baby.
It is media day here at the Soccerplex. We are getting ready for the 2025-2026 season, and I am excited. Not only am I excited, I'm here with the co-owner of the Cleveland Crunch, Ryan Ruiz. Ryan, thank you for being on.
Romel, thanks for having me.
All right, so let's start. Let's start at the beginning. Last year was not how we expected it to go, and it was very, very disappointing, to say the least. You know, Crunch lost a heartbreaker to the Amarillo team. We will not speak names of, but what are your thoughts going into the 2025 season?
So my thoughts going into the 2025 season, 25-26 season, this being our sixth season back and now playing at the Wolstein Center downtown, you can't look in the rearview mirror. You know, we put everything we had into last season. We tried to have that happy ending, and it just didn't happen, and it just wasn't meant to be. But, you know, this year, these guys are hungry, and these guys are going to come out ready to go. And you can tell by the way they practice and the way they train that they mean business this year. And it's also nice that you don't have a target on your head. Like when we won in 24, we had a target on our backs because we were the reigning champions. So now it's like a little bit of that pressure's off, and you don't have that target on your back. You can just kind of play free, and we'll see what happens.
Now, you mentioned the target. So because of that, that's something you don't have to worry about. But what are your thoughts going into this with the expansion of the MLIS and how things are being done? What is your immediate goal when the season starts, considering we're going back home to the Wolstein Center for the first time since the late 90s?
Yeah, it's obviously the number one thing is win. You know, Cleveland Crunch win. We win often, 28-2 in the 5 seasons that we've been back in the regular season at home. So protect our home turf, take care of business on the road, just like we did last year. I mean, we lost one game in the regular season, and we were regular season champions, but we have to take care of business, and we have to work harder than everybody else. And if we do that, and our front office has full faith in Coach Antonio Manfoot, if we do that, then we'll get the results that we want by the end of the season.
Fair enough. Now, third season in a row that I can remember where we're starting on the road. Does that bother you at all, the first couple of games being on the road, or is that just we're going to work it out and it's going to go from there?
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me at all. The players are amped. I mean, December 5th, we're going to be going to Lansing, Michigan, and, it's going to be all hands on deck, and we want to get that first W. One game at a time, one quarter at a time is Crunch Soccer, and, playing these first 2 games on the road and being able to open January 10th at home at the Wolstein Center is going to be something that we're hopefully we want to be 2-0. I mean, we want to be 2-0 when we come back and heading into that opener, with just ready to go, undefeated.
Now, I do have to ask once again, who are you excited to have back on the field the most as far as the team is concerned?
That's a tough question because I, being with this organization for a long time now and getting to know these guys, like I respect every one of them. And I think it's unfair to say who I'd want or who I want to see back. But our captain, Dave Jordan, he's one of the really good guys in this league. And we're excited to have him back. But we're getting back a big portion of the veteran core group that we have. And then we're also sprinkling in some new faces. And I think,
as we saw Liam on the screen,
yeah, and it's just awesome that we have this core group, and I respect the heck out of them. And they do what they're supposed to do on the field, on and off the field.
All right, so like I said, we go back to Wolstein Center. How did you feel last year getting the Wolstein Center for finals weekend? What was that like for you, knowing that this was going to be the catalyst to get us back as a fan base and as a team back in the Wolstein Center?
Yeah, so with the finals, that was a process, and that was something that we had to work with the Wolstein Center on, work with Major League Indoor Soccer to get the finals here in Cleveland, to get the playoffs here in Cleveland. And we knew in the back of our heads, the whole front office, we knew that if we did things right and we got people to show up, and we had over 5,000 fans just at our two games, the semis and the championship. And that's not counting the women's championship, which was a great game, by the way.
Very great game.
As well as the other semifinal game was an awesome game too. So we knew in the back of our heads that if we could put on a show and show Cleveland that indoor soccer belongs in downtown, that we would have further conversations with the Wolstein Center and be able to put this deal together. And that's exactly what we did this year.
And I am so happy that you got that done as an organization, because this is one of the organizations that deserves to be where they're supposed to be. And what I mean by that is, traditionally, your home is the Wolstein Center. Your home is downtown Cleveland. Best scenario you could ever be in. So with that being said, January 10th against the dreaded Chicago Mustangs, what are your thoughts going into that? And what are your feelings going to be when we open up January 10th against a rival? It's a big rivalry game, been a rivalry game since you guys came back. What are your feelings going to be like? Because mine are going to be through the roof. I already know.
No, it's a great question. I know I'm going to be emotional because, this is going to be the first time back for the Crunch, obviously not counting the playoffs in the regular season at what was formerly known as the Convocation Center. The fact that we're going up against the Chicago Mustangs, a team that we're very familiar with and have had rivalries over the seasons. But I'm more excited for our players and our fans. I mean, to be able to have more fans in the stands and really cheering on the Crunch and all the in-game activations that we're going to be doing and all the promotions that we're going to be doing and all of our awesome sponsors that have come through this year for this season. I'm really excited about those things as well. But I know it's going to be an emotional night, and I know that a lot of hard work that's taken years to accomplish is going to come into fruition on January 10th.
And that's the beauty of this, because now we get to see how things work within the organization. And I've always said this since 2021, you guys are the best organization, hands down, in the city, as far as how things are done, the front office moves, dare I say winning. This is a testament to you guys. And I'm, for one, not only as a media person, but as a fan, I'm happy that this is going the way that it's going, because now people get to see, not just here in the city, but across the country, they get to see what an organization looks like when things are done the right way, things are handled the right way, and your product on the field is as good as it's going to get, if not the best in your sport. Hats off to you, because I want to know, since you've been with the organization, what's been your favorite part? Not the most stressful part, but your favorite part of being part of the organization.
So, a lot to answer there. So, first of all, we appreciate 216 Sports Network and you, Romel. You've been with us from the start, and always been willing to cover us and give us the time of day. So, we appreciate you, and we're glad that you are along for the ride. Secondly, it's not just me. It's our whole entire team. I mean, Luciano Rashido, Lou Rashido, Andriana Rashido. I mean, we all work together so well, and we all work really hard. And we do all the little things that people don't see to make this organization successful. We put the pieces in place and succeed. Now, are there going to be trials and tribulations? Absolutely. Have there been? Absolutely. But when you're able to overcome those things like we have over the seasons, and it all is worth it in the end. Going back to my most exciting thing, since joining the organization, I love that Cleveland Crunch Soccer is what I remember as a kid. And that was an intimate atmosphere where you had players that were accessible to you, and they focused on the youth. And the youth is so big. And for us and our organization, me being able to help put smiles on kids' faces on game day, that's what means the world to me. Me being able to see my daughter and my son smiling ear to ear because they're just excited to be in the atmosphere. That's probably, I mean, obviously I could take the easy way out and say hoisting that championship and hoisting that trophy in Omaha and winning the way we did was an awesome moment. But I love the experiences for these kids, and I love putting smiles on kids' faces as well as fans' faces. And I enjoy our youth soccer camps too. I try to help coach one or two of those a year, and just seeing those kids come out and knowing that I was one of those kids, that means the world to me.
Hands down, one of the best organizations in the city as far as the youth is concerned. So thank you for that, because that means a lot. And I got to be honest with you, man. That win in Omaha still is at the top of my list as a fan of the sport, person in the media. That was one of my favorite moments. So last question before we let you go. Which game do you have circled besides January 10th at home?
That is definitely going to be.
Because I have two, but I'm not going to give them away.
Yeah, no.
One's already given away, but I know the second one.
Yeah, so that is definitely going to be the Canadian Crusaders game.
I had a feeling.
I mean, if you were a fan and you watched the trilogy last year,
oh man,
you saw some of the most exciting indoor soccer in all of indoor soccer and all the leagues that there are. You saw blood, sweat, and tears. You saw emotions. Everything that you wanted to see in an indoor soccer game, you saw in that trilogy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't two of those out of the three go to overtime?
All three of them went to overtime.
There you go.
And two went to shootouts. So it was just an awesome experience. And you know what? Hats off to the Canadian Crusaders, to Toronto, because they came into this league and nobody knew about them. Nobody knew how good they were going to be. We knew that they had some really good outdoor players, college players, and they also had a couple on professional level teams. And we didn't know how that would transition to the indoor game, but they played their hearts out, and we ended up winning the series 2-1. And our guys wanted a piece of them in the semifinals, but unfortunately for them, they lost. They lost, so we never got to see them. But the Canadian Crusaders and that game is in February.
I believe that is March.
I'm sorry, that's a March game.
It's the March 14th game.
And that's what we're calling Fan Appreciation Weekend.
Nice.
Because Fan Appreciation Weekend is going to be March 14th and 15th, where you'll have the Crusaders. But that is a game that's circled in my head just because of how great the rivalry has now become. But I think thinking from a front office standpoint and a coaching standpoint and from our player standpoint, it is still crunch soccer, crunch mentality, one quarter, one game at a time, and just handle your business, get the dub, and move on to the next.
All right. Y'all heard it here from the man himself. So thank you, Ryan, for being on, taking the time out. Thank you for having us on once again. So we appreciate it. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with some more media as you see the crunch running back and forth during media day workout. So you're watching Crunch Time here on the 216 Sports Network.
Got a taste for something sweet? Planning a party? Or just want a midnight snack? Clarissa's Confections is a local treat maker here in Cleveland and has made many delectable and delicious treats for the young and old. Her treats are made to order and can be customized to your needs at any occasion. To place your orders, email her at sweetsbyclarice@gmail.com or call her at 440-805-4303. Are you ready for a snack or a treat that satisfies that sweet tooth? Well, Clarissa's Confections has what you need. All her treats are custom made and centered around your taste buds' desires. Place your orders now by emailing her at sweetsbyclarice@gmail.com or call her at 440-805-4303.
And we are back. We're going to try and get a couple more interviews if we can. But thank you guys for tuning in so far. As you can see, the players are still getting ready for their second round of drills and scrimmaging. Again, we're going to look at the schedule, the home schedule at least. The January 10th game is the one I'm excited for the most, which is the showdown with Chicago. And that game has been a rivalry game for the longest, for those who do know, and for those who are in the know. Chicago is a rivalry team. Mustangs are a very good organization, and they made the they made the playoffs as well in finals weekend last year here at the Wolstein Center. So these guys are going to come into play, and this is one of those things where you have to understand the rivalry and the dedication both teams have. So January 10th, Chicago will be coming into town. And after that, we will see Lansing, Red Cedar, new team, scrappy team. And then the Summit City United, which is another team that's been on the radar for MLIS, another team to watch. And then Bridge City, a new team in the expansion for the Crunch. So a lot of things brewing at home. We see the Crusaders March 14th, and then the Thunder, which is the Rockford Thunder. We see those guys, new team again. So we will understand what the MLIS is going to look like with the new expansion coming up. But as coach is talking to them, we're going to take a quick time out and be right back. You are watching Crunch Time here on the 216 Sports Network.
Are you ready for a snack or a treat that satisfies that sweet tooth? Well, Clarice's Confections has what you need. All her treats are custom made and centered around your taste buds' desires. Place your orders now by emailing her at sweetsbyclarice@gmail.com or call her at 440-805-4303.
And we are back. We are back with the second half of a scrimmage, inter squad scrimmage between both offensive and defensive players. Again, gotta understand that this is one of those teams in the city. You don't have to worry about, having disappointments because the Crunch have played since 2021 and they have all but decided not to lose. What I mean by that is they are dedicated to winning. They're dedicated to putting the best team possible on the field, especially when it comes to, Coach Manfoot's coaching style. He is really on board with doing the things that are necessary to be done in order for the team to succeed. And as you can tell, being in the finals, winning 2 championships since 2021, that's not hard to do if you're the Crunch. So the full schedule goes as follows. As December 6th, they will be on the road against the Red Cedar in Lansing. They take on the Summit City United on the 20th, right before Christmas. And then they'll take the Christmas break off, be back for January 10th, the home date against the Mustangs. Head back to Bridge City a week later, and then back at home against the Red Cedar on January 24th and against the Summit City United on the 1st of the month in February. Again, February 7th, rematch with the Crusaders from last year. And then the Rockford Thunder will be in Illinois game. So Rockford is close to Chicago, so they'll be playing Rockford in essentially Chicago. And then Bridge City again on the 21st, the Mustangs on the 7th. And then to round it out at home, the 14th and the 15th, they will be playing a back-to-back against the Crusaders and the Thunder. So I am excited for this. I don't know about anybody else, but to me, this is going to be one of the best home seasons for a Cleveland team in God knows how long. And to give you guys an update, we will be doing sideline live streams of the game, all home games this season for the Crunch. So be on the lookout for us, and we will be handling that. We will have a lot of fun with that because we will be directly on the sideline for you guys to see that. And I, for one, am definitely excited about that. So be ready to get crunched because we will be on the sideline for that beautiful adventure. You'll see Dave Jordan, you'll see Sammy Mutemwa, Big Mac McCain Spraggling, and a couple new faces this year. So again, I am excited. Couple of things going on with the Crunch. You heard Ryan Ruiz will be fan appreciation. Hard foul, no harm, no foul. And again, I want to thank you guys at home for watching. We're going to sit, watch this into the scrimmage before we call it a night, even though we can't get any more interviews, but we will make sure to get Coach Manfoot on before the season starts. You see Pee Woo now on the pitch. All right, as they change it out and we see Coach Manfoot hit the field, we're going to end it there. But don't forget to like and subscribe us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We will be doing this more often as the season gets closer. So don't forget, December 6th, Crunch will be on the road starting the season. So for the Cleveland Crunch, for the 216 Sports Network, I am Romel Thorpe saying we will see you guys later.
Hey, Cleveland soccer fans, for the first time in over 20 years, the Cleveland Crunch return home to the CSU Wolstein Center as Major League Indoor Soccer comes to Cleveland for its men's and women's finals weekend, April 11th through the 13th. Come check out all the fast-paced, goal-scoring action and watch your hometown Cleveland Crunch make their chase for a 6th league title and see who will be crowned the first ever Women's Major League Indoor Soccer champion. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com/Cleveland Crunch or scan the QR code and get your tickets now.